Kanye West, what is he? Kim Kardashian, what is she? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and undoubtedly you will have enjoyed my recent examinations of Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and Vladimir Putin. There are plenty of other famous people that you can get your teeth in to understand what they are. Just look for the A Very playlist on my channel. You'll find Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, Kevin Spacey, Armie Hammer, Taylor Swift, Amber Heard, and a host of other famous and infamous individuals that I have examined using my excellent categorization system to determine whether somebody is a narcissist or not, and thereafter appropriate categories. If you want to ask questions about specific people to determine whether they're an narcissist or an empath, you can go to the Knowledge Vault and obtain either Show Me the Empath or Knowing the Narcissist, which will determine whether that person is an empath, and if so, school and cadre, or if narcissist, their school and cadre. Or you can use Narc Hunter just to determine whether somebody is a narcissist or not. Excellent materials that can be found in the Knowledge Vault. But coming soon, we are going to be dealing with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. What are they? Do you have your thoughts about that? Share them in the comments section. Is it the case that he's a narcissist, full of himself, or has he got other difficulties? Perhaps he's bipolar. And that manifests with regard to the outbursts that we've seen. What about Kim Kardashian? Is she an out-and-out narcissist? Fame-hungry? Famous for being famous? We will put both of them under the Tudor to make a determination, utilising my classification system and a walkthrough of a considerable body of evidence to enable us to make a forensic analysis and an excellent determination. You can look forward to that. But also, what I will be examining with the two of them is what the dickens is going on. There's been some very public spats between them, particularly directed towards Kim by Kanye West. What's behind all of that? You probably have your own views and opinions, and the internet is full of them. But this is where you actually get down to the granular detail of actually understanding what drives those behaviours. Because having been examined under the Tudor and a determination made in the way that I have done so with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, you are then afforded excellent insight as to what the actual drivers of behaviour are. It's important to understand that narcissists and non-narcissists can engage in the same behaviour, but there's a different driver. Take, for example, an individual who has emotional empathy, a normal or an empath, who wants somebody to look after their cat while they have 2 weeks in Aruba. They ask their neighbour says yes, and when they return, they buy a bouquet of flowers for that neighbour. Why? Their emotional empathy drives them to do the right thing by causing them to be decent and polite and purchase those flowers. They haven't done it to manipulate. The buying of the flowers comes from a place of emotional empathy. We then take a narcissist who's a neighbour on the other side, and he wants somebody to look after his dog while he has 2 weeks in Barbados. He returns and buys a bouquet of flowers. Why? Well, he's an unaware narcissist, let's say, and therefore he believes he's doing it because he's kind and decent and a lovely neighbour. That's what his narcissism makes him think. But because we know he's a narcissist, the real reason he's doing it is to assert control over his neighbour, draw fuel from them, and maintain his facade of being kind and decent. Same behaviours, different drivers. What about somebody who's narcissistic? They have low emotional empathy and will have some for their neighbour, but also they're likely to be more manipulative. They won't necessarily do it for an assertion of control in the way that a narcissist would, but they, having had 2 weeks in the Seychelles, return thanking them for looking after their pet tarantula, and bring them a bouquet of flowers. Why? Well, they will probably believe that it's right to do that because they have some emotional empathy. So part of it is driven by it's the right thing to do. But also, the narcissistic person will have their own agenda, and they'll know about it as well, because they'll also be thinking, I want to piss off to the Maldives in a couple of months, and I need to keep them sweet to look after Mr. Longlegs, my tarantula. And therefore, there is an obvious manipulation in the mind of that narcissistic individual. 3 different types of people, same act, different drivers. And this is why it's so important to utilize the analyses that I undertake to enable you to understand what's really going on with these people, and that you can cut through all of the crap that is put out there on the internet by people who really don't understand. And it's prevalent, really is. So Kanye and Kim are coming at you. Be prepared, get ready as we analyse Kanye West, Kim Kardashian and their collision. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.